Hey there, viewers! Are you trying to live a healthier lifestyle? You'll be surprised to know there are good habits and routines that may have the opposite effect if you go overboard with them. In today's video, we'll be discussing some healthy habits that can come back to bite you if you overdo them. Is taking nutritional supplements a good idea? Sunscreens are definitely good for you, right? Wait, is it possible to sleep too much? We'll be discussing all of these and more. Sleeping too much. One of the most important things you can do for your health is get a good amount of sleep every day. A good night's sleep boosts your immunity as your immune cells and proteins get the rest they need to fight off whatever comes their way. Experts also believe sleep makes vaccines more effective. Not convinced? How about this? Racking up 8 full hours of sleep can save you from gaining weight. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, when you don't sleep enough, your body releases a hormone called ghrelin, which boosts your appetite. The sad part is that lack of sleep reduces production of another hormone called leptin. This hormone is responsible for telling you you're full. You see where we're going with this? A lack of sleep messes with your hunger hormones, causing you to gain weight. Besides putting you in a good mood and increasing your energy level, sleep strengthens your heart as well. It increases your productivity at work as well as focus, endurance, and exercise. So, sleep must be great for you. Well, not if you go overboard with it. Sleeping too much raises the risk of chronic diseases like obesity, heart diseases, diabetes, and anxiety in older adults. In fact, sleeping too much puts you at a greater risk of these illnesses than sleeping too little. Sleeping too much can also drain your energy and leave you feeling tired. If you want better sleep, try getting the basic 8 hours. We spend most of the week working long hours, so it can become difficult to get the required amount of sleep every night. Many of us get up super early during the week and save our weekends for sleeping in. I hate to burst your bubble, but this is pretty unhealthy also. If you sleep that long during the weekend and work tirelessly during the week, you could end up with mental health problems. Try your best to balance out your sleep schedule and not go overboard. Taking nutritional supplements. A lot of people take nutritional supplements on the advice of their doctors, but here's the kicker. You only need to take supplements if you're deficient in a certain vitamin. For instance, if you're a vegan, you might have a B12 deficiency. If that's the case, taking supplements is a good idea. It's your doctor who should determine if you need supplements. Taking supplements when not needed can also cause health issues. Your body cannot store all the vitamins for future use, so if you take too many supplements, you might end up with vitamin toxicity. Also, remember there are water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamins like B complex and C are water-soluble. If your body gets extra vitamin B or C, it will wash it out through urine. But that's not the case with fat-soluble vitamins like A and D. If you get too much of these, they remain in your body, leading to vitamin toxicity, which can have harmful effects on your health. The best way to get vitamins, minerals, and nutrients is through a well-balanced diet. Using sunscreen. When you go out in the sun, you expose yourself to harmful rays. Naturally, you want to protect yourself from any possible skin disease. Sunscreens are the preferred way to do this. But if you use too much sunscreen and completely deny exposure to sunlight, you might end up with a vitamin D deficiency. Also, if you have darker skin, you certainly don't need to use sunscreen. While too much exposure is not a good thing, you still need a bit of sun once in a while. It's recommended you should be exposed to the sun for about 15 minutes every day. You get the necessary vitamin D and also prevent conditions such as osteomalacia. Only buying healthy products. When you buy products in the supermarket, the tendency might be to look for products marked as healthy. While you might be under the impression you're doing your body some good, this may not be the case. Not all foods marked healthy are actually healthy. Companies mark their products as healthy in order to get you to buy them. They want customers to give them their money, and slapping on a label that says healthy usually does the trick. Instead of simply looking for the label, you should check all the ingredients on the side of the product. Only they can give you a good idea of whether a food product is healthy or not. Eating too many carrots. Carrots have long been associated with good eyesight. In fact, there's a myth that if you eat a lot of carrots, you can even see better in the dark. This is definitely not true. Carrots are packed with vitamin A, which is certainly good for improving your eyesight, but that doesn't mean you should load up on this vegetable. If you eat too many carrots, you might end up with a condition called carotenemia. This causes skin discoloration, as carrots have beta-carotene in them. There are other fruits and vegetables that also have beta-carotene, so you should eat them in moderation. Replacing sugar with alternatives. It's usually a good thing to eat less sugar. We tend to use sugar in a number of things, such as beverages, meals, and snacks. Cutting out as much sugar as possible can help your overall health. But completely removing sugar from your system and becoming dependent on artificial sweeteners may not be as helpful. Using artificial sweeteners can have unwanted side effects you should be aware of. You should find a balance between using sugar and sweeteners. If you tend to drink 3 or 4 cups of tea a day, splitting sugar and sweeteners between them might be wise. Eating low-carb meals. There have been a number of diets lately that push you to eat low-carb meals. The keto diet, for example, is very popular because it actually helps people lose weight. When you don't eat enough carbs, your body converts the fat it has stored into energy. But if you don't eat carbs at all, you'll be depriving your body of fuel for energy. What you should do is remove processed carbs. These include white flour and white sugar. At the same time, you should continue having whole grains as they're packed with fiber. Using cotton swabs. Most people find earwax really annoying and go out of their way to remove it, but earwax can actually be a good thing, as it keeps dirt and dust from entering your ear. If you do try to remove earwax, you need to be careful how you do it. If you're using cotton swabs, you should stick to the outer ear. Putting cotton swabs deep into the ear canal can result in deafness and nausea. You might even end up losing your sense of taste. Drinking too much water. It's recommended that you drink 8 glasses of water every day. While this is a good benchmark to aim for, you should also remember that other food and drinks you have throughout the day also have water in them. We often don't consider that when keeping track of our daily water intake. When you drink too much water, your kidneys will have trouble removing all the excess liquid from your body. Also, not everybody needs 8 glasses of water every single day. It all depends on your body's ability to function. Brushing your teeth after a meal. Dentists recommend you brush twice a day. Some people have the habit of brushing right after they finish their meal. This may be more harmful than you realize. This is particularly true if you've been eating something acidic. You should wait a good amount of time before you brush. Doing it any earlier means you remove the tooth enamel that offers protection. The best thing to do is wait at least 30 minutes before you brush your teeth. It offers your teeth greater protection. Replacing meals with smoothies. Some people switch their meals for smoothies. The idea is that it will provide the same energy but with less of the harmful stuff that comes with actual food. This isn't necessarily the case. Nearly all smoothies are made up of fruit and milk. These ingredients are not enough to give your body all the nutrients it needs. Also, since you're consuming so much fruit at once, your blood sugar levels will spike up. Instead of losing the pounds you wanted, you'll only end up gaining more weight. Having a smoothie as one part of your meal may be the better option. That way you can balance the sugar levels in your body and also get the required amount of nutrients from the meals you have later in the day. Exercising every day. Working out every day shouldn't be a bad thing. If anything, it keeps you disciplined. For those of you who follow an everyday workout schedule, listen up. You need to give your body a much-needed break. While working out regularly is a good thing, your body also needs some time to rest and recuperate. Exercises stretch your muscles. You need to give these muscles time to recover if you want to see the results. If you don't give your body the proper amount of rest, you might be putting it under too much stress. This will only end up increasing your cortisol levels, making you feel a lot more overwhelmed and anxious. Healthy habits are good, but only if you don't go overboard with them. Interested in watching some more health-related videos? How about healthy food swaps or late-night snacks? Let's keep the conversation going. Check out 20 effortless healthy food swaps to cut thousands of calories. You can also try our video on 15 healthy late-night snacks you can eat. Go ahead, click one, or better yet watch both and learn more about health and nutrition, and how it helps the body. Are you into any